This is your content warning for R and elder abuse. Listener discretion is advised.
The record button now while you're doing your heavy breathing. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Woo-sa. Woo-sa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear to God, if you put this in the intro, I will hate you forever.
Now I know what I gotta do.
Oh, God.
Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to drum roll, please. Episode 10 of the broadcast. Yay!
Hell yeah. Ooh, hell yeah.
So glad we made it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No.
Okay, well, anyway, today we are still on the search for our fourth broad, and we have two more contestants for you. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to my wonderful co-hosts. As always, here with us, our most lovable girly pop, Miss Mystic.
Hello.
Hello, and of course, our beacon, our shining star, Miss Xylie Star. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing wonderful. I'm tired, but I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, really? What's that?
I stayed up until 12 noon editing a video.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
That sounds
The
great.
live stream from last night, yeah.
Just on that grind, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Sally's on the grind. Excellent. Well, anyone have anything to say before we get into it?
Well,
I'm just glad we got here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, amen to that, for one. And two,
Episode 10 is big achievement. That's
I
awesome.
know.
That's so good.
I know, a lot of podcasts don't even make it to episode 10, so I am super excited about that. And I'm super excited about the two ladies that we have with us today. So,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
well, let's get it. Mystic, got anything you want to do? Want to say?
No, said my piece. I'm just ready to get her done.
No, let's do it. Okay, let's get it. The first up in our second round of the fourth broad tryouts is here with us now. Leigha Something, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. I'm super excited.
yay!
Excellent.
Leah's here.
We're so
Woo!
happy to have you. So now tell
Yay.
us and everyone listening at home, just briefly a little bit about yourself, maybe how you found yourself on the side of the internet or where people would know you from.
So I am Leigha Something. You can find me in Augie's chat or the Now Recording chat. I love those two shows. You can also find me in the broadcast chat as well. The broadcast is my favorite all-female cast. So
Yeah.
Damn right we are. Damn right we are. Damn right, because there can only be one. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I got into commentary through Petty Page, so I used to be a fan of hers. I'm still pretty much a fan of hers. She just did a very good video. But she had a debate between Augie and herself, and I started watching Augie's stream through Petty Page. And then from Augie's stream, I discovered Doc on the Radio and Now Recording. And here I am. And Tipster as well. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Happy to be here.
Fun story.
Excellent.
Leah used to hate me.
I did. I did.
She
used to
What?
despised me.
I remember
T,
this.
tell me the
lore.
story.
I forgot all
Um,
about that.
I personally did not like the Red Ski video that Red Ski made about Repzilla. And I used to be a Repzilla person, Stan. So when Xylie would cover it with Red Ski, I was just like, eh. But then there was one stream where she covered Repzilla's response, and she pushed back on Marcy just as much as she pushed back on Repzilla. And that started to get me to change my mind, but I was still listening to the Augie commentary audience where they're like, oh, women L, Xylie is loud. And then I at first was like, yeah, Xylie sucks. And then I'm like, okay, she's cool. I like her.
It was funny. It was one day. Listen, Leah was a perfect example of why I usually watch live streams in the bushes. Okay, because if I would type, Leah was right there. And then one day
yeah.
I saw Leah and I typed something and she was nice to me, and I was like, oh God, oh my God. And then I was like,
she really said
unblock
hell
you.
froze over today.
And I was like, well, I can unblock you on Twitter. And you're like, no, don't do it because I do meme a lot. I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And then before you know it, we're following each other and we get along now.
Yes. Xylie
We love to see it.
Yeah, I love Xylie. Your streams are just on fire and you have me addicted to the Mr. Girl stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That mofo.
I have the same kind of history with Stardust as well, where I didn't like her because she had the debate with Keemstar on the whole Canada truck driver protest. And I thought her take was bad about that. But recently I've been watching her streams, like lurking, and she's kind of winning me over. So I'm having the same interaction with Stardust.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, oh,
So
she's
ironic
cool.
that y'all are on the same episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny because I used to hate Stardust over Mr. Girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I don't have any, and I'll bring this up with her. I was like, I don't have any type of feelings towards her that are like super negative. I just watched the her and Edwin debate and how she was just constantly screaming over him, and I was like, that's grating. That's I don't know if I like that kind of style of debating, but okay, go off, sis.
She's definitely got a unique style. But
She does.
we'll get into Stardust a little bit later. We will actually, Leia, we'll just take it away with what you got. Just show us the topic, what you got for us.
So my topic is the Creator Clash Froggy Fresh drama. This has been a big topic this last weekend. This last weekend. It blew up. I didn't think it would blow up that big, but Creator Clash decided to do something that really upset the commentary community. So it's been a very high energy topic within our community, which I'm super excited about. Froggy Fresh is a legend to me. I'm a huge fan of Froggy Fresh. I used to watch him in 2012 when he used to come out with his rap videos, and my mom used to joke around and say, hey, that's your boyfriend, because I used to like that kind of type that Froggy Fresh puts out.
So was Froggy Fresh known as something else back then, though? Was he known as a different name? I thought he was like something different.
Yes. He was also known as Krispy Kreme. I've always known him as Froggy Fresh.
There you go.
Cool. I don't remember seeing his Krispy Kreme stuff. It's still on his same channel as Froggy Fresh, but I didn't pick up on him until he was actually Froggy Fresh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know about him until this, so this is going to be interesting to hear.
So Froggy Fresh has 798,000 subscribers. He's known for his music again in 2012. One of his biggest hits was The Baddest, which is topping 8.7 million views. And his second famous song is Dunked, and that's 25 million views. So he gets a lot of views on his music. His most recent parody song was a Machine Gun Kelly. So it was called Machine Gun Crispy, and then Twin Flames. And he's totally emo in that video. And I just love the song that he sings. It's funny. It's making fun of emo people. So it's super hilarious.
Cute.
So the timeline of events, it's quite extensive, and there's a lot of speculation regarding what happened. So we're going to go back to the last Creator Clash. And the last Creator Clash was in 2022 or 2021, between that year. Can't remember the exact date. But Sam Hyde had made a comment, or iDubbbz was making a documentary on Sam Hyde, and Sam Hyde was doing a little bit of patrolling when iDubbbz was visiting him. They just so happened to end up having like a little boxing workout session together, and Sam Hyde filmed it. And then shortly after his visit with Sam Hyde, iDubbbz started Creator Clash. And Sam Hyde likes to make the comment that, you know, he was the inspiration to Creator Clash. And I don't know if that's true. That's a little bit egotistical to say that. But, you know, that's how sometimes you dip your toe into sports. For instance, my dad was a bodybuilder, and he didn't discover that he wanted to be a bodybuilder or he loved the sport of bodybuilding when until he like went to one of our state fairs and there was a bodybuilding contest there, and he watched the guys on stage and was like, yeah, you know, I can do this, and he just got into it. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Set his mind to it. Did it. That's awesome.
Yes.
Word.
Is that where you got your inspiration from?
For sure.
Yeah.
I saw my dad with watching my dad on stage bodybuilding and winning trophies when the contest was over. My sisters and I would fight over who would get to display their trophy in their room, and I always won because I was my dad's favorite.
Aw.
Watching him go through that put a major impact on my life with
Yeah.
bodybuilding and fitness specifically.
Of course.
Ooh.
So going back to the iDubbbz stuff, on May 17th, Sam Hyde had announced that he was banned from Creator Clash. iDubbbz never gave any particular reasoning, but it was speculated because Sam Hyde is an edgelord and his content is a little bit edgy. That's why he was banned. And Sam Hyde came out with a tweet that says, to clarify, I've bought 5 front row tickets and found out a few hours before the event that I was banned. So I'm out 11.5K. Also, scrutiny was talking around with pictures of my face, bothering some people about wearing my shirts. And the cameramen were told to avoid entire sections of the crowd rocking my shirts. So he made a shirt that was specifically knocking on iDubbbz. I can't remember the layout of the shirt, but it was pretty funny. Then at the time or the night of Sam Hyde's band, his crew decided to attend the weigh-in event for the first Creator Clash, and that event had an after party. And at the after party, iDubbbz approached his crew, and in this Brandon Buckingham interview, his crew had stated that iDubbbz approached him and really strongly suggested to Sam Hyde's friends that they don't pull any stunts because Sam Hyde had been banned, but that they were still welcome to attend the event.
Yeah, he has a real hate boner for Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's odd. I don't get it.
It's ever since like the documentary that they were going to do together, like they just thought they were both going to slide each other or something like that. Like like one was trolling the other and they didn't like it, and they've had a falling out over that. And I think ever since then, just been butting heads. That's my opinion. I actually don't know if it stems further back than that, but that's what I know.
I know the most recent thing is when they were having that whole like interview kind of thing, and Sam was like, yeah, no, I've been fucking with you this entire time.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think
what
I would
was
have a
thinking about,
mentally
yeah.
fucking insane person who shaves their head and feeds her drugs? No, I don't do that. No. Why the fuck? And it was this whole thing, and then
Yeah.
iDubbbz got really butthurt about it.
Wow. So
Or
Ava
that.
Ava actually is correct. there was like trolling with the whole iDubbbz documentary thing, and because Sam Hyde picked up the hint that this was going to be like some kind of documentary against Sam Hyde, and iDubbbz was going to try and paint him in a bad light. So then that's when the trolling picked up, and it was maybe because of that. There's also been speculation about other comments that Sam Hyde had made about iDubbbz's wife. But
Yeah.
I haven't.
At this point, who hasn't talked about iDubbbz's wife? I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Honestly,
Like,
Anissa is like the biggest topic ever, period.
this whole keep your wife's name out my mouth thing that was happening with Harvey, and it's like, I don't know, you'll get to that in a minute, but like this is just the most ridiculous little like drama that I'd love to speak on this in a minute. Yeah, keep going, Leigha.
Well, I do agree with Xylie where it's just like, you know, she's the topic of that whole event. And if I were a wife, I wouldn't want that to be about me. I wouldn't want me and my OnlyFans account to be the main kind of discussion around that competition or around that boxing event. I would want people to focus on the boxing event. And it seems like she continues to perpetuate issues, or her family as well, with her mother-in-law stepping in, or iDubbbz's mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So Creator Clash 2 was announced on January 24th, 2023, and Froggy Fresh was on the card. Naturally, fans, a lot of people loved that Froggy Fresh was on the card. If you go back to the initial announcement that Creator Crash made, you can see comments where it says Froggy Fresh W. Holy shit, they got Froggy Fresh. Hope he brings his John Cena wrestling belt. So in the past, he used to be a huge John Cena fan.
A lot of people were excited about Froggy Fresh being on there, yes. A lot of people.
That's
A
so
lot of
cool.
people are actually getting tickets to watch it, or the pay-per-views to watch it, because of him. That they weren't going to go on it until they saw him. So
Yeah.
Personally, I'm watching it to see Marisha Ray, but that's just me.
Well, that's okay. I'm excited for the women's matches as well. Those women, I mean, they seem fit. I can't remember. I saw a clip of somebody flexing, and her shoulder muscles just look so great. So it's amazing how far that these creators have taken it far with their fitness. It's really cool to see and to witness. I was personally one that was excited to see Froggy Fresh. I don't really tune into the boxing matches at all. But when I saw Froggy Fresh on the card, I was like, yeah, I have to watch this, because I was a huge fan of his. People were also in that same post. They were also picking who would win their fights, and there were a lot of people picking Froggy Fresh up against his competitor. Ethan Klein, there's even a clip of him saying, you know, Froggy Fresh can win this match. He's going to beat the shit out of his competitor. I can't remember his name.
Chris Ray-Gun.
Chris Ray-Gun. Yes.
So what happened currently to pop off what's been going on?
Yeah, so what happened was Froggy Fresh was making several posts on the boxing event in general, and he posted a specific edgy kind of post. It's a video of him sitting in a room, quote tweeting one of Chris Ray-Gun's posts, saying that, and the post specifically outlined limitless, and it was like a motivational kind of thing. So Froggy Fresh quote tweeted that with the video and says, limitless. Then he makes the claim in that video that Chris Ray-Gun is on Adderall, and that methamphetamines couldn't save Hitler, and they won't save Chris. And then in that same video, he makes the statement that says, on April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans. So that's there's speculation on that statement alone that pushed iDubbbz to the edge.
Now, do you get okay? So Keemstar was explaining the joke behind that. Do you know the joke behind that?
So the joke is that iDubbbz has always been, he's like put on this front that he's been okay with Anissa's OnlyFans, and then it's always been a topic of discussion where like people will jokingly say, "Oh, I'm going to join your wife's OnlyFans."
Oh, well, yeah, there's that joke too. But there's the joke of Anissa and Chris Ray Gun used to have a podcast together. And the joke was there was supposedly so much sexual tension that people thought they were dating. So when Froggy Fresh was making that joke with Chris Ray Gun, it was like he was telling Chris, "I'm going to subscribe to your girl's OnlyFans." It was a throwback joke from the past.
Got it.
Because of how people thought Anissa and Chris Ray Gun were dating. Because
you are right.
Explaining that last night. Yeah, Keem was explaining that last night.
I just remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
So around that time that, and this timeline is so close together, and this is why it's causing speculation amongst all of the YouTube communities, ours included, in the commentary community. Around that time, Froggy Fresh had posted that he was training with Sam Hyde on the day after, like on the 24th, after that Adderall video, that he got home from Providence Camp from training from Sam Hyde, and then started making started posting videos of him boxing with Sam Hyde and their training sessions. After that, on March, also while posting those videos of Sam Hyde, Anissa's mother had decided to step in and have a Twitter debate or dialogue between Froggy Fresh, and she had posted these two specific tweets that were triggering to Froggy Fresh. And it was she had posted he wouldn't have the fight if not for her. That's why numbnuts. And then Froggy Fresh had quote tweeted her and said, "Marine iDubbbz hit me up to beat your daughter's boyfriend, LOL." Then she had her mother-in-law had also said, hope it's about replacing the imp, to which Froggy Fresh replied and said, "Better an imp than a pimp. Shout out your boy iDubbbz. Anissa, come get your mom." So that dialogue continued as he was posting the stuff with Sam Hyde. And then shortly after that, on March 25th, Creator Clash had made a tweet that says there has been a change in the lineup and Froggy Fresh will no longer be fighting against Chris Ray Gun. We will announce his replacement in the coming days with just weeks left. The countdown to Creator Clash has begun. Then after that, it causes like a huge storm within our community, and on Twitter as well. Creator Clash got a lot of backlash to where their account that night got temporarily banned, but then unbanned quickly after. They had, due to the backlash, they had responded to that original tweet that says, "Creator Clash's goal is to make inclusive and fun environment for creators and fans while giving back to charity. This has always been our mission, and Froggy Fresh's recent behavior does not align with the mission. We look forward to sharing this positive experience on April 15th. So a lot of
he's just butthurt. That's all it is. It's like he's got his feelings hurt, and now he's just like, well, screw you don't get to be a part of what we created. Like, he's just being a big baby about it. I feel like it's just so dumb. Like,
isn't that just how iDubbbz functions nowadays too? He just gets angry and then he lashes out and then it's just back to normal again.
It's just so dumb. Like, what a friggin' cock, man. Like, no, honestly, I have not seen someone behave so badly as a professional. Like, they took something that was so personal to them and then made people's professional lives, like, he took it like to business. You don't do that. You don't do that. Like, it's separate stuff. And no matter what the mission is, like, people trash talk, especially in like those sort of sports. In boxing and wrestling and, like, you know, that sort of.
It's part
UFC.
of the sport. It's part of the sport.
Yeah, it creates the drama. It creates the tension between, you know, the two opponents, and, you know, it lights that fire underneath them. That's the reason why they do it, to jazz each other up. You know what I mean? To make it a bit more real.
And it fires up the fan base. The fans get excited. Oh, I can't wait because he was talking all that shit. Oh, I can't wait till he gets punched in the face. You know,
exactly.
So dumb.
The only person that's being a bad sport about this is literally iDubbbz.
Yeah.
You know, the only way I could understand it, if he got mad at somebody talking about his wife, the only way I could understand it, if she wasn't a public figure and she had nothing to do with the boxing event. You know what I'm saying? If she wasn't a public figure and she had nothing to do with the boxing event and she didn't have her own platform as far as, like, her own channel, or she hasn't been around YouTube for ages, okay, I can understand, don't talk about my wife like that. Because my wife has nothing to do with this. Throw it at me, don't throw it at my wife. However, Anissa is not just known for her OnlyFans. She has been all over YouTube in the past. Like, people know who she is.
Yeah, especially when she was in the political, sphere. Like,
I agree with you, Mystic.
Yeah, like, she was one of those, like, people who would go in and be like, oh, this XYZ in the current political climate. I think she would be, back in the day, classified as, what were they called? No, not RedTube. Fuck, it will come back to me later. Watch.
Oh,
it's like the
RedTube.
No,
no,
because she was on the RedTube's the left.
I think,
okay. Yeah, RedTube's the left. I'm thinking of the guys with, like, Sargon and Chris Reagan back in the day before he stopped doing political shit, and then, like, it was
I was trying to think of the skeptic community.
But she was a part of that where it's just like, oh yeah, the left is blood, not like super red pilled, but like very much on the side, like of the side.
Hat sort of people.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and she that's why she did that whole thing with Chris back in the day, because he was super into that side and one of the big voices for that side and whatever.
Okay.
Like, they were, like I said, not super red pilled, but like with it was a hint of leftist criticism. I think that was either before or after Chris was dating Lacey Green, but regardless, yeah, it's like, so she had a tough skin. She was the type to be debating these type of talks as being like, you're bitch, da da da, and now. Same with iDubbbz. So now they're just being bitches. Where did that tough skin though? That's my question.
It seems like to me, honestly, they switch their political views, they switch their outlook on things, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But
100%.
It feels like to me their guilt over how they used to feel is eating them up, and they're projecting it on everybody else. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like to me they feel guilty for how they used to think. Not saying that they should. I'm not saying that. But it really seems like they feel guilty and they're projecting it on everyone else.
So they're overcompensating with, like, PC-ness to be able to move forward, to make themselves feel more comfortable with themselves.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me, honestly.
Yeah, I
get
you.
That's a good theory. As well as this, but when iDubbbz was on Anthony Padilla's show, and he was just like, "Yeah, no, all my viewers are toxic." It's like, maybe Maybe because you harbored a safe place for that kind of,
and I think
attitude.
that's where the guilt comes from.
And
Yeah.
you built that, dude.
Yeah,
Don't think that you didn't.
So we got a few minutes left. Do you want to get into that Twitter space? Bless Harley.
Yes.
Bless Harley.
Oh my gosh, you read my mind, Xylie. You and I are just, we're on point. So, because you were in that Twitter space with me, I was there listening. I was at work. It was like on and off, but I was listening.
Yeah,
and
I was also
there's a few
there.
notes.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see you, Ava.
I was
Man.
listening through Nick's, and then I went through later and listened halfway through when Harley came in.
So there were a couple of interesting things that were made about in Keemstar's Twitter space. First of all, Anissa had blocked Keemstar because he had decided to cover this. So as the Twitter space was happening, he received the block from Anissa, which is, it's like, come on, that's a little bit petty. I think people should be able to cover whatever they want to cover, even if it's like something against you. So that was
it's also
interesting.
not like it's Keem's job.
True. Yeah.
The whole point of him being the head of Drama Alert. I don't know. Anyway.
See, I don't mind about the block thing because it's more of like you don't want to see what they want to say, and I think that's fine if you want to use block for that situation. I don't think being blocked is a big deal, so I can see why she blocked. But anyway,
Yeah.
So then Harley Morenstein joins in, and he was a Creator Clash competitor. He makes the claim that Froggy wasn't banned because he was training with Sam Hyde. It was because of the comments that were made about Anissa. Froggy Fresh pushes back on Harley's claim and said that Harley told him that Sam Hyde was off limits. Then Harley goes, there's like a genius blood sports between the two of them. I really wish Willie Mack didn't interrupt that one because had they kept that blood sports going, it would have been really entertaining. But Willie Mack had a legitimate question, so it's totally cool. But within the blood sports, Harley motivated Froggy Fresh to read some texts that were sent to Froggy. And what Froggy reads is this following text. So Froggy says, "So Sam Hyde is off the table for your next box?" ? Then Harley goes, text him, Froggy, if Sam is tied to Creator Clash, then yes, iDubbbz is not down. Sam did him a little dirty, and he feels Sam publicly dissed his wife and wants nothing to do with him. He even denied him buying spectator tickets to the last creator class or clash.
Yeah.
So then that caused like a debate, and the commentary community was pushing back on Harley for essentially lying, saying that iDubbbz had made that connection where Sam Hyde can't be connected to Creator Clash because of the things said about his wife. Now, this is a claim this is a statement that Harley has made, and the one person that is not speaking their mind is iDubbbz, which is incredibly frustrating. Throughout this whole situation, they've been like super vague about stuff. I'm wondering if it's intentional or not intentional. What do you guys think?
Chris Raygun hasn't said anything either.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's so odd that they're just.
As far as Chris Raygun, I don't think there is, because you have to think they have a contract. Mm-hmm. So what he says might affect his own contract. So I can understand Chris Raygun not saying anything. I think iDubbbz isn't saying anything because I think he knows deep down inside that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
Yeah.
I believe he knows deep down inside it's wrong. But he can't say that because by saying that, he's going to go against his wife, and he's going to go against the decision that they already made. That's what I think.
You make a good point right there. I didn't see it that way. I just thought it was just weird that when Creator Clash had made the initial tweets removing Froggy Fresh, they didn't give a particular reason. I guess they feel like they shouldn't have to give a particular reason. But if they shed light on a few of the items, like why they removed Froggy, then maybe they wouldn't see so much backlash, because a lot of it is speculation because of the connection with Sam Hyde and Froggy Fresh. So
Right. Yeah, it's a messed up situation, dude.
Yeah, he violated the "don't talk about my wife" clause.
Yeah,
so,
well, see, that's the weird thing. It's not like he said anything like super disrespectful. He didn't call her every name in the book. He didn't call her a whore. He didn't do any of that. He just said, if I lose, I'm going to get the OnlyFans. That's it. That's all he said.
yeah.
It's not like he got disrespectful.
No.
You know?
If anything, the mother-in-law was more disrespectful by calling him an imp.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Had that been my mother, okay, I would have been on the phone so fast, cussing my mother out, telling her to delete her tweets, and then I would block my mother.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, same. No, content creator moms are so fucking weird. Even my mother, she said they were taking like forever to fix my car like a couple years ago, and she's like, I'm about to call them and tell them my daughter has over 1,000 subs on YouTube and she's gonna make a video on them. And I'm like, mother, I swear to God, if you fucking do that, I will slap you.
Yeah,
I will actually slap you. Like, so no, content creator moms are wild, bro.
If I ever found out my mother had a Twitter, the first thing I'm doing is blocking her.
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing is blocking her. Nope.
Mine too.
Thank God she's too old to even know what Twitter is. Thank God. Stay on Facebook, lady. Stay on Facebook.
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time there, Leigha. But before we let you go, give yourself a little bit of a shout out and tell your people where to find you.
You can follow me on Twitter at Leigha Something, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube. I cover a true crime serial killer series, the Serial Killer Files, and then I also do commentary topics as well. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. It was so much fun. I really appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you, Will.
Well
Good
done.
luck, Stardust.
Also, people, links are in the description. Don't forget about that.
Absolutely, the links will be in the description, and we'll pop them into the live chat as well for the premiere for those that are in the chat live. Hi guys, how you doing? The second of our 2 tryouts today with us is Stardust. Welcome, Stardust.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Hello. Welcome to the pod.
What's up, Stardust?
So now tell us and our listeners a little bit about you and where people would know you from.
Yeah. So I'm Stardust. I stream on Twitch and on YouTube. You may know me from like the Twitch politics scene, kind of, in that sort of orbit. I am well known for very many different controversies I've been somehow involved in. I'm like Mr. Bean. I like just stumble into controversies without really intending to. So yeah.
I love that analogy, actually.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being spicy, okay? There's nothing wrong with being spicy, okay?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, so Mr. Bean of the politics, online politics scene. That's what I would say I am. So, yeah.
See, I love Stardust. I already have a little bit of a bias because I am one of her mods and been it for a little while. So, like, I'm really excited about this one and what you're gonna bring to us. So, yay!
I can honestly say I am a self-proclaimed ex-Stardust hater. All right, I used to can't stand Stardust, but I have to say though my mind has been changed because I'm not going to name the controversy, but the way she covered a particular controversy, I fully respected it, and I had to message her and go, you know what? Thank you so much for covering it like that. I really, really appreciated it, and you know, ever since then, smooth sailing. So
I know I'm abrasive sometimes to start with, and I like to fight, so I will sometimes lean into it, and then as a result, a lot of people will like for initially like kind of hate me or hate my personality, and then once they get to know that I'm actually pretty I'm pretty chill when I'm not fighting with people, then they seem to like me. But yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
sis. Same.
We were true. We were talking about it earlier because Leo was like, yeah, she brought you up, not in a bad way, but the first thing I think I actually like heard time I've ever heard you debate was like you talking to Edwin on a stream, and it was like a lot of yelling and a lot of talking over each other, and I was like, it's not like I hated you at any point. I was just like, okay, that's not my kind of debating, but go off, sis. I guess. But yeah, I can't wait to get to know you through the pod here and see how you truly are when you're not screaming at people.
I actually love the yelling, and then the quacking and all the crazy stuff.
That's why Eva likes me so much, because I yell so much during my live streams. Just saying.
I just like
God.
strong opinioned women. I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
That's
what it
fair.
is.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I think we need more. I think we need more strong opinion women. It can be hard to have that in these spaces, especially like there's a little bit of a different standard for female content creators than there is for male content creators. So if you're a little bit abrasive, people don't really like that because that's not what they expect. But
Yeah.
I think just break the mold, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Believe me, I know exactly
100%.
what you're saying. Just saying.
Excellent. Now, what have you brought us today to chat about, Stardust?
Okay. There's news. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this news, but Chris Chan has been let out of jail. I don't know if you guys know about that.
No.
Chris Chan has been let out of jail. And I figured, bonded out of custody. So I figured, out of in relation to that, not really in celebration, but in what would be a good word? I guess just in relation to that, I thought, you know what, we can talk about Chris Chan, one of the most degenerate things online, one of the most degenerate stories online, and I've definitely I've definitely been known for my Chris Chan coverage earlier on in my streaming, so
Yes.
I
was there for most some of that. I think I popped in like about halfway through like your
my binge.
long binge through all those videos that were documented about his entire life. But yeah, this is so exciting. Oh my god.
I had plans to do that. I couldn't do it. I think it was the first or second video that I was like, nope, can't do it.
Isn't
I'm done.
isn't it over 100 hours?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's funny because I got like a huge boost in numbers of like followers and watchers around the time I started my Chris Chan binge, and people who were coming into my stream didn't know about the Chris Chan stuff. They just knew me from another drama I was involved in, and so all these people are coming in, and of course, like I could have capitalized on that time. I could have been like really introducing myself, putting my best foot forward, but no. I was stuck on Chris Chan. I had my eyes glued to the screen. I could not, it was just so deranged, and the story kept getting worse and worse. And I just subjected everybody to it. It was terrible. It
was amazing.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys know of the Chris Chan saga. But Chris Chan is essentially essentially the most documented person in history online. They've documented everything from Chris Chan's birth to his school life, or her school life now, to the way that she grew up, the friends that she had, her relationship with her parents, and pretty much everything, down to a T, like the most minute details, right?
Mm.
And Christian, I guess, essentially was born 1982. Um, his parents, or him at the time, his parents, noticed that there was something wrong with him, and they eventually found out that he had autism. Um, they say that he had high functioning autism. I actually suspect that back then in the 80s and the 90s, people weren't really accommodating towards special needs. And I actually think that Christian was not high functioning.
Yeah, it was just their
Autistic.
standard of high functioning at the time because the high
Yeah.
functioning ones weren't really located, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
really no one really wanted to admit that it's like, yes, my child has autism. So it's like, no, he's the good kind of autistic. You know what
I
I'm saying?
suspect that was a huge part of it because
Yeah.
Barbara, his mother, was very religious and wasn't really into getting her son help, really. So she wasn't really into all of that, and she probably was in a little bit of denial herself. And she also herself had some disorders. She was a hoarder, and you can see pictures of their house growing up, documented. She was like a massive hoarder. It was incredibly uh, unsanitary. It was unbelievable uh how messy their place was. And you could even there was even a house fire that happened that was caused by a coffee maker that was in a bathroom for some reason.
Wait,
yeah,
what? A
so-
coffee maker in the bathroom?
That's the only
Yeah.
way to live, guys.
Honestly,
Oh my god. Okay.
taking a
All right.
hot bath and you all just all of a sudden decide, I need an espresso, like
Yeah.
now.
Oh my
Stat.
god.
Yeah. So as you guys know, the most notorious thing that Christian is known for now is for having sex with their mother. I think that's I think it's interesting to kind of analyze the relationship that Christian has with their mother. Growing up, their mother was very religious, was a hoarder, was not all there mentally, would not get Christian the help that they needed, and because she was a hoarder, she was probably very unpleasant to be around. She didn't like anything being thrown away, as hoarders don't. And I believe that Christian's only like actual good parental figure in their life was um his father. And his father, his father was like strict with him, or somewhat strict with him, and disciplined him. But you could tell that his father really did care about him.
Is it what's the name? Bob
Um,
or Rob? Or I can't, Robert?
Bob, I think.
Bob, yeah.
Bob. But I think it's interesting. You can look at like Christian's kind of the things get weird between him and his mom around 2016. I think 2016 is the first time that Christian admits that she had a sexual dream about her mother. And she admitted this on Facebook.
Right.
So 2016, let me see here. It's around the time Barb is being sued by two banks. And as you know, the two of them, both Barb and Chris, have criminal history. They've both been banned from GameStop at this point. They both have. Yeah, they had a history of going to GameStop and harassing the people there, harassing the workers there.
Oh
So
my god.
Jesus.
yeah,
Didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that either. Oh
essentially-
my god.
Yeah, Chris, so like in like I think 2013, 2014, Chris and Barb had like restraining orders against them from the GameStop.
Right.
Chris violated the ban and assaulted an employee in the GameStop in 2014.
My
Oh, Jesus.
And then I believe another time, Barb ended up assaulting a police officer during another GameStop kind of altercation. Yeah.
Barb
have
doesn't
a
look
history.
like she could hurt anything. That's
She
so
doesn't.
weird to hear.
Yeah, she doesn't. but so 2016, I believe it is on Facebook. Um, he he announces that he had dreams of having sex with his mother. He also made multiple death threats against political figures, Donald Trump and Mike Pence, which is really weird. But yeah, incestuous thoughts here. So Chris
Yeah.
posted an article about an incestuous relationship between a mother and son from New Mexico. At this point, Chris defends the couple, arguing that incest is appropriate in certain contexts involving societal difficulties where prostitutes are too expensive. So to me, that's like red flag number one.
What?
Back in 2016. Now, remember that Christian only gets arrested for incest in 2021.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to think maybe this was going on longer than we thought it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What I noticed was in a few of the documentary videos that they had, like probably around the 2019, 2018 mark, where they were like selling things for auction, and he was getting Barb to like say like what the items were and how much they were, and then what the costs were, and then they'd post them somewhere, and that sort of deal. In one of those videos, Barb kept referring to Chris as Bob, and
Yeah.
kept saying Bob this, Bob that, blah blah blah, and she was well into like her dementia or whatever the condition she has. I'm pretty sure it's dementia. She thinks that Chris is Bob, and she talks to Chris like they're Bob, and then Chris doesn't correct them. So I feel like that's more of a manipulation thing there. I don't think she's really that lucid to know what's going on, and I feel like that is definitely most likely rape as well.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's just, I feel like that's just too much. You see that like she feels that is Bob, and I feel like it's a violation. That is so gross to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read you guys the post that Chris made?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I have a few things to say in response to this article. Firstly, the child was over 18, and surely the mother has talked it out with him beforehand. The child might have had social problems, or a situation where socializing or going out to socialize with other people was a greater difficulty. Financial situation to prevent paying someone else to come over and help out in the situation. Moreover, it was the lifelong affections between parent and child. Also, the mother probably could not bear any ovum for children anymore. Anyhow, who among everyone in this world has not had a dream of having sex with one of their parents? Never acting on them, ever. I, myself, did have dreams of having sex with my mother.
Why? Oh my god! Oh my god! No!
Okay, it continues. Although incest is quite controversial topic, but there are circumstances where there would be not so much harm as one may think, feel, or believe. The child is over 18. The mother is unable to have any more children at the time. Birth control and protection is available and can be used. In a case of father/daughter, birth control definitely should be used anyhow. Also, consider if the child is adopted, not as much biological. Plus, this offers a chance for better teaching the child how to better satisfy their eventual partners. The schools can only teach from books, not so much practice, and nobody wants to end up being a 20 or 30-year-old plus virgin. I know that is a huge enduring pain.
Oh my
From
god.
experience.
Oh my
So they
god.
lost their virginity to their mother?
I suppose so, yeah. I think it's interesting here that Chris says, I know, because that is a huge enduring pain. And as you see, like through Chris's life, one of the biggest insecurities that he has is finding a sweetheart, as he says, or
Yeah.
finding
Finding
he's
a
all the time-
boyless girl, a
yeah, a
boyfriendless girl.
boyfriendless girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Continuing.
Oh. Oh.
I know.
Jesus.
Unless the sex act was abusive, hurtful, or would result in an unwanted birth of a physical or mental challenged child, I would not judge or persecute the parent and child. I would encourage the child to socialize more, maybe make it easier for the child to meet more people his/her age. Do not send the mother and son to jail. This is like foreshadowing, if I've ever seen it. Do not send the mother and son to jail. That is the last line in this post.
Oh my god. So overall, incest is a net positive, guys. At this age.
Oh no!
Which is what
No.
this-
I do not consent to this conversation. I do not consent.
Shit.
Oh my
That is
god!
insane.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
This is
my
crazy.
god.
So Chris edited the post to include this at the beginning. To clarify in my thoughts and feelings on the topic below, I am talking specifically about the mother and son in the shared article here, as well as for anyone else who has. I, personally, have never done anything like that with my mother, father, or any blood relative. And he also replies to another comment saying, I have not and would not. Which is, yeah, I don't know. So I just find that, again, this 2016, 5 years later, is when Chris Chan will be arrested for having sex with his mother. So I don't know if you guys know the involvement of other people in this, but there was a girl who was involved with Chris Chan who essentially talked to Chris Chan and recorded Chris Chan admitting to having sex with his mother. A lot of people thought that maybe this girl was responsible for convincing him to do so. Which could be the case. Like it certainly could be the case. Chris was very impressionable, as you can see throughout, like the way that his history is documented over the years. There are multiple influences in his life that influence his comics, influence him, the decisions he makes. And so this girl very well could have influenced it, but I think that the thoughts were already in his head.
Yeah, like,
I think the thoughts were already there.
And knowing Isabella Janke is the girl that you're referring to. So like she knowing her past and her history as well, and how sordid her mind is and how unstable she is, I wouldn't put that past her to put him to that breaking point either. So I think it's the combination of the two that's kind of willed this into, like, you know, reality. So yeah,
she's a vile fucking woman.
Yeah,
vile.
That's the name. So yeah, she is pretty vile. I remember being more disturbed by the videos on her than I was on the videos on Chris.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of gross stuff. Yeah, like even like just her fetish for eating cat shit.
God. You know, okay. You know,
that's just one.
Y'all are killing me.
Xylie, you don't know. How about the hamster smoothies?
Okay, I knew there was something with a hamster, but I was scared to ask.
He also boiled a hamster alive and videotaped it and shared that out.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, was it boiling the hamster or putting the hamster in a blender?
Well, I don't know whether it was both, but I don't know. It's just I can't remember now, but I remember seeing like a still frame of the.
I know Isabel was really
hamster.
into tea too. She was really into tea, which reminds me of Salvo.
No.
But I don't think Salvo got that direct. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know.
But they can fix each other, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're perfect for each other.
Maybe we need to set that up. They both really like tea. They both really like to fuck with mentally
ill people.
Mentally ill people. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There might be a match made in heaven there.
Yeah. Onto something.
So I mean, I guess that was kind of what I was going to talk about. Chris Chan has a history of defending incest and defending like kind of really questionable things. I think it's interesting that Chris Chan has now been released. I'm interested to find out where and who Chris Chan is staying with. As Chris Chan was staying in jail, they would get people would get letters from her, and it was her delusions got worse and worse the longer she was in jail.
Yeah.
So she believed she was like the second coming of Jesus. She believed like the dimensional merge was coming, and that not only was she Magi-Chan, Sonichu, or whatever, but that she was also Jesus and also like God. And then apparently, like, there were people trying to convert Chris to Islam. They were reading the Quran.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Inshallah,
Yeah.
sister. Inshallah.
Okay, so this is where I'm confused. I thought Chris Chan got convicted. They never got convicted and sentenced?
No, the sentencing never happened. Like, I think she's still in court. The court process, but there was no finalized.
Right. So they were being held, and that was the bail. How much was the bail again?
The bail, I don't know how much the bail.
But someone posted bail though. I wonder who that someone was.
I want to know who the sick fuck was that posted bail on her.
You know, there's tons of people who are fans of watching this go down, who probably, like, there are probably multiple people who are just waiting on the chance to do it so that they could be the person. But...
So I would imagine it would be quite high, that bail, which is why I'm like, where is this? Is this crowdsourced? Was it like, you know, like a secret backer? Or is it someone that's really interested in the story that just wants to, like, someone wanting to play a sick joke? You know, there's just so many, like, possibilities of what it could be. It could just be, like, you know, long-lost family members as well. There could be just, I don't know.
What if it's like that one Christorian? Like that one guy who has made all the videos?
Oh my
Imagine.
God. All the proceeds.
Gino Samuel, Gino Samuel. I tried to look through the forums to see, like, if anybody knows how much it would have to be for him to get, you know, have his bail posted. I couldn't find anybody who knew that information.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah,
the farms probably know. I'm gonna be real. The farms probably know.
Yeah.
I'm just disturbed that somebody actually posted bail for her. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what? Really?
If you see the pictures of her too, she looks like she's lost a significant amount of weight.
Well, you would imagine so. Yeah.
Oh,
but I'll post them for you guys.
Yeah, post the pictures. That would be awesome.
Oh my God! And in my state too. Oh my God, no!
So
watch out, Xylie. You might run into Chris.
Protect your grandmothers. Protect, you know, extra security for retirement homes and nursing homes.
Yes, please. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, that is right. Well, they'd obviously be on like house arrest or something like that, or is it? No, not really. That's something else. I have no idea how the system works. I'm just like, they're just free. They could just walk around now. Is that right?
Yeah. So they think either Chris Chan is in a halfway house, and that's where they think that's one likely possibility, or that somebody took him in. But they think for the future, like, it's either going to be one of three: halfway house, some random Kiwi farmers are going to take him in, or he's going to start his homeless arc. And a lot of Kiwi farmers are like hoping for him to start his homeless arc.
Jeez, that's kind of sick. Oh, well, I suppose. Like, it's kind of weird to, because like they raped and fucked their mum, so they should probably get the worst coming to them, you know. But it's just weird seeing that, like, they've got people that are like fans of them that want them to be homeless. It's such a weird, like, it's like the Truman Show, you know. It's like they're trying to direct this person's life in a way that's more entertaining for everybody. What's going to be the best arc for this person? How can we sway it that way? It's so community run. Like,
I can tell you now, I have no sympathy for what happens to Chris Chan.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. None.
Absolutely none.
Because sometimes I forget. And then I go, oh, that's horrible. Then I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Actually, it's really not. Well, anyway, thank you, Stardust. That was an amazing topic that you brought us, and that was a really
That was
great,
a really good
Was it
topic.
really?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I thought I was like, okay, what topic is this? Why don't I just go for the most like fucked up topic possible?
Yeah.
And
Well, you
I'll just
succeeded.
yeah, and I'll just I'll connect the lines to, you know what, maybe this thing with his mom was going on longer than we thought it was. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I wouldn't
For
doubt
sure.
it being that the Facebook posts that were made.
Yeah.
I mean, when somebody
Oh,
tells
yeah.
you who they are, believe them. Just
Yep.
saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
fantastic job. All right. Well, Stardust.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, give yourself a shout out. Tell people where to find you.
Yeah, I'm Stardust. You can find me on twitch.com/Stardust, youtube.com/Stardust streams, or all my links are links.fromstardust.net. Thanks so much.
Beautiful. Thanks
Thank
so much.
you, Star. That was awesome.
Thank you, Star.
You.
Have a great
Bye.
night. Bye.
You too.
Oh, cut her off.
I cut her off. That was me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Stardust.
Great way to treat
Bye,
guests,
bitch.
Eva.
I didn't mean to do that.
Great
I'm so
way
sorry.
to treat guests, Eva. Good job.
All right, so
Oh my god.
So,
What
as
do
you
we
people who are
think?
watching this know, I'm not the mean one. Okay? Thank you.
yeah. Now we keep doing this. The last couple of days, you're turning it around to try to make me out to be some sort of mean person.
Well, because I'm
like,
tired of everybody
"Oh."
thinking you're an angel. Just because you have the voice of an angel, I am tired of people associating that with you being an angel. I am sick of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Be
yeah.
rid of the narrative.
Okay, all right. Well,
But
anyway,
you know I love you. You know I love you.
I love you guys too. I love you.
I mean, last week I was the mean one.
Yeah,
Or
we're
something like
taking in
that,
turns. It's whoever
we're taking
whoever hosts is the main
Yeah.
one. That's how it is.
Apparently.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works.
Well, thank you to both, also Leigha and Stardust for gracing us with their presence and their wonderful stories and banter. We had a lot of fun.
Course.
Yes. Did we have anything we want to say specifically about the two ladies?
Very
They bo-
topical today.
Yes.
Honestly, very, very much like, this is breaking news.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
to
it.
see it, honestly.
These topics, the bar keeps getting higher and higher, honestly, and I can't wait now to see who the next two bring. If this is the standards, it keeps going up. So, guys, get it together. You know
I mean,
what
if
to
you
do.
think about it, they kind of made our job easier because they did like recent news for us. So, I mean,
Yeah.
thank
That's
you.
true.
Thank you.
I was about
Yeah.
to say we don't even need to cover this tomorrow.
No,
Fuck.
Yeah.
not even.
Perfect. We can tick that off now. We don't need to do that. That's one less thing.
Thanks for
Exactly.
doing our job for us, ladies. Thank you.
Exactly.
Woo!
But no, I mean, I really like Leigha. Like Leigha knew the exact tweets when they were posted. You could, and she even actually has a docket. She put it in the applicants chat. So she was running off a docket, which was awesome. And we
Yeah,
know
that's
Leigha.
good to
love to see
Yes,
it.
Eva loves her dockets.
Yep.
And Stardust actually brought things that I didn't know. Like I didn't know about those Facebook posts.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know that Chris Chan literally did a foreshadowing of what was to happen.
I
Honestly,
didn't know about the criminal history.
Yeah, that,
Like,
yeah.
So interesting.
poor GameStop employees. Fuck.
So I
So,
mean, I think they both did great.
Good. Yeah, I think they did excellent.
Mhm.
Like I couldn't have gone better. So join us on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. EST for the broadcast live for the next episode, which is out on Saturday. And ladies, that one will be a doozy. So the last two tryhards, as we affectionately know them, will be joining us, and they are Somebody Loves You and K Huck, which we like to call Cuck, or sometimes we doesn't like to
No.
call Cuck.
I
So
call her
it's-
K
No
Huck.
one here. I call her K Huck too. Oh
I
my
call her
God.
Cuck. I love Cuck. I think it's a great name. Well, anyway, they'll be joining us then, and then we'll have the live announcement for the fourth member. Will be on 9 p.m. EST the next week. So join in and find out live who our fourth broad will be.
Heck
Woo.
yeah.
Heck
Excited! And you know what?
Let's
we didn't
fucking
make it
go.
a tournament where it lasts like 8 weeks and people are fighting and going into discords. No, we're not doing that. It's a one and done.
No
Hell
drama
yeah.
llamas.
That's it. So the thing is it's already such a hard choice. We had 4 already really good contestants.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to make the
It's not going to
decision,
be
honest.
easy. It's going to be a lot of going back and forth. I can
No.
tell already.
Oh my god, it is.
All right. Oh my god. Okay. So, well, let's just wrap it up. Reckon?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Cool.
go.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of there. So, as always, please like and subscribe if you have not already. We are so close to monetization, it's not even funny. So, all of your comments and shares and stuff will also help us tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay, that's it. Say bye, ladies.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Love you all, sort of.